A warm welcome to AD4 TV Radio News Updates coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital city. I am ANTHONIETA KALUNTA. 51 years after his master's degree thesis was rejected, a black student has eventually got the academic qualification from Auburn University, Montgomery, United States. He was the first black student in the school. Harold Franklin was recognized after experiencing enormous amounts of racism, several unsuccessful attempts to prevent him from attending the school, 2 years of litigation, and frustrations from professors in his department. Franklin is 84 years of age. In another development, 7 female students of Government Girls College, Doma, in northeastern Nigeria have tested positive to COVID-19 while sitting for the WAEC examinations. The Gombe State Commissioner for Education, Habu Hahiru, said the government had conducted 1,100 tests on the graduating class after resumption. Another student who contracted the virus is said to be writing his examinations from an isolation center. The state's governor, Inuwa Yahaya, said arrangements have been made to take all students found positive to the isolation center. Meanwhile, an African-American couple from Chicago are partnering Whole Foods to bring their frozen traditional West African meals to several locations across the United States. Inspired by the joy of sharing great meals with your friends and family, owners of the food company Ayo Foods, Pertet and Fred Spencer relish the idea of sharing excellent homemade recipes with more people, hence the initiative. Ayo is a Yoruba term for joy in Nigeria's southwest. From elsewhere in Russia, it is the story of an 81-year-old woman, Zenaida Kononova, coming back to life after being pronounced dead following a failed removal of intestinal obstruction. Zenaida was taken to a morgue at Goshchensky Central District Hospital at 1 a.m. on the 14th of August. 7 hours after she was brought in, a female morgue worker was amazed to see the woman fall while trying to get off and break free. An ambulance driver said he overheard the worker telling the woman to lie down and be quiet while the woman sought help. Zenaida was then rushed to intensive care. We take a break now, and when we return, Nigeria condemns Mali coup. Stay with us, details coming shortly.
Don't give us any excuses.
If I can do it,
if I can put on a mask,
and I can put on a mask, so can you.
so can you.
so can you.
So can you.
Welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Updates. Nigerian importers are threatening fire and brimstone over the surcharge on cargoes by international shipping firms. The Nigerian Shippers Council is kicking against the surcharge on cargo by international shipping lines. They say the surcharge does not help the high cost of doing business in Nigerian ports and do not solve the challenges of infrastructure deficiency and cumbersome shipping process. Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian Shippers Council, Hassan Bello, described the charges as economic sabotage, saying the council is moving vehemently against the action of the shipping firms. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government has condemned what is now called a coup d'etat in Mali by mutinous soldiers. Rebel soldiers took President Ibrahim Keita and Prime Minister Boubou Cissé into custody on Tuesday afternoon and drove the pair to a military base on the outskirts of Bamako, which they had seized that morning. Keita later announced early Wednesday that he had resigned to avoid bloodshed. His government had been beset by months of protests over economic stagnation, corruption, and a brutal Islamist insurgency that has claimed thousands of lives. Jubilant crowds had gathered in the capital to cheer the rebels as they took over the government of the Sahelian nation. And from Cameroon, the viral video of a lady killed with a machete and her body dragged to the road is causing outrage across the world. The 35-year-old mother of 4 was taunted by suspected members of the AMBA separatist group, wielding machetes, one of whom eventually killed her. The incident reportedly happened on August 11, 2020 in Muyuka, one of the most violence-prone communities in Cameroon's southwest region. The lady was accused of being a blackleg to the separatist push to have an autonomous country. Some well-known secessionists took to social media shortly after the killing was carried out to give their blessings, while also promising similar actions to any other person that goes against their struggle. Some have called the video the worst they have ever seen, while others have refused watching it. Some are calling for the condemnation of the action of the separatists, and not just those of activities of Cameroon's security forces. Remember, coronavirus is real. Ensure you wash your hands regularly. Use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Wear your masks besides maintaining social distancing. That's it on 84 TV Radio News Updates coming to you from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Please also subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am ANTHONIETA, KALUNTA.
We love you, 84 TV Radio.